Namaste, everyone, and welcome for this New Year's Day meditation. Before we start, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, to all the holy masters, to all the saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, personally to my beloved and respected teacher, Grandmaster Twakok Sui, Mahaguru Jimailing, Guru Padmasambhava, Lord Jesus Christ, Buddha Kuan Yin, Buddha Sakyamuni, and all the high beings, we humbly invoke for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. For the coming year and beyond, please bless us with a loving heart, an intelligent mind, and a powerful will, that we may service the divine plan and serve humanity. We thank you. In full faith, so be it. All right, so Happy New Year, everyone. As you're watching this, we've crossed the New Year, and different parts of the world welcome the New Year earlier than others. Nevertheless, it's a new chapter. Now, what we're trying to do this particular lecture and meditation is focus on courage. Now, one thing that people don't realize is this thing called courage or fearlessness makes a person charge forward with, a full conviction, focus, and daringness, right? That's what they call courage or fearlessness. However, if you're going to do that, it's always better if you're not dragging a lot of baggage, all right? So this morning, I was at the gym, and I was looking at people, so busy. And I was talking to someone, they said, New Year's resolution, they're going to work out, they're going to keep their body strong, healthy, so on, so on, so on. Guess what? It happens every single year, right? There's always a New Year's resolution. Then he goes, oh yeah, excited, and then, at the end of the year, it's kind of dragging down. Okay, New Year's again, and do it again. It's a never-ending cycle that doesn't work. So, if I may be very direct, forget New Year's resolution. You see, it's just a certain fragment of time. So this New Year's resolution will only work if you stick with it. The problem is something like this. It's just like, I think it was Skinner or someone said that we're machines. All right? Some of you have read that before. You're insulting me. What do you mean machine? If you think about it, a machine runs on a certain program, right? Your computer. You press you press delete, it does something inside, and then the word that you have disappears. You press something else, something runs, correct? Now, the problem is something like this. What you call the subconscious mind, for a lot of people, is actually the old programming happening in the background. If you don't first purge and delete these, you just keep adding garbage, adding new programming on top of garbage or old programming. The whole thing gets jumbled up. It doesn't work. So that's why one of the things in spiritual practice is what you call character building. Character building is actually something super practical. It's not just for spiritual work. It can be applied to our everyday life. And once we practice it on a regular basis, you never have to make a New Year's resolution anymore because it's part of you every single day. All right? So this part of character building, I'm going to pull it out of one of Grandmaster Cho's book, this one, okay? It has the Tree of Life, right? The spiritual essence of man, the chakras, and the inverted Tree of Life. It's actually in most of Grandmaster Cho's books. It's called the 5 virtues, all right? So these 5 virtues are something that we can practice every day, and then it allows us to improve our character. And these things about New Year's resolution just happens every single day. You keep programming yourself to be successful in different parts of your life. Now, in order to work with this thing called the 5 virtues, there's a very simple technique in the book. It's also taught in Arhatic Yoga. It's called inner reflection and firm resolution. Now, most of you have taken Arhatic Yoga, Kriya Shakti, and Praniki in the other classes. This is part of the class, if you remember and if you're practicing. Oh, no, I forgot. Don't feel bad. All of us have times of excitement and drop. It's part of human nature. That's why we have these videos. That's why they have these classes. To what? To remind us to keep on keeping on. All right? Now, So the technique is quite simple. There are many variations to this. Since not all of you have taken the classes, some of you are just first time, watching our videos and everything. We'll just start from something that is everyday language and easy to do. All right. So the 5 virtues are here: loving kindness, non-injury. That's the first one. And second one, generosity, non-stealing. Third one, honesty, non-lying. Fourth one, constancy, aim and effort, and non-laziness. And last one, moderation and non-excessiveness. So the way we're going to do this is something like this. We're going to take an inventory of the past year and work it through the virtues. We're going to bring up in our consciousness the mistakes, the goof-ups, the stupid things we did. You notice I said we, not just you. All of us do this, right? We'll put it in front of us and using a certain simple technique, disintegrate that energy pattern, and then we'll replace it with what we want. It's just like, if somebody gives you a new computer, what do? You format the hard drive, right? Remove all the stuff, whatever stuff they had there, and put what you want in it. Same thing. So by doing this systematically, we're actually reprogramming ourselves so that when a certain situation comes up, you don't have to think, oh, what's the right thing to do? It just comes out naturally. It's just like when the old programming is happening, when somebody says something, they push your buttons, guess what? The bad thing comes out of your mouth. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Well, you see what happened? It was there before. Now, if you study the teachings of the Lord Buddha said, everything stems from the mind. Now, Grandmaster Cho brings it down to our level and makes us understand that, look, this mind consists of many, many, many levels. But to super simplify it, our thoughts are the seeds. So Master Cho is saying, our thoughts are the seeds, right? You plant a seed and then you harvest, right? So thoughts are the seeds. We harvest, as in we manifest these thoughts through our speech and our actions. So that's why in the Zoroastrian tradition, they have 3 simple rules. Right thoughts, right speech, right action. So what we do as we go through these virtues is just apply it on these 3 levels over and over again. Purge out the old programming, whatever goof-ups and mistakes we made this past year or even earlier, disintegrate out of the system and add in what we want. You see, we can do this video and make it inspirational, all that. Inspiration can only last you so long. Practical knowledge, usable knowledge, implanting that positive quality within you, it's what will make it last. That's one thing I really value. What Master Cho has taught us is principles are interesting, mechanisms, how things work are interesting, but technique and application are just as important. Anybody can talk, anybody can theorize anything, but it's, as they say in America, it's where the rubber meets the road. It's how you take this information and make it yours. So that's what we're going to do now. By doing this now, you're setting yourself up for success for the coming year effortlessly. Because if you keep reprogramming yourself, removing what you don't want, put what you want in, at some point, you don't have to do it because it's part of you. And that is the goal. All right? So enough talk. Let's do it. So the technique is very, very simple. Again, there are many variations. What we're going to do is part of a variation you've learned in pranic psychotherapy. They call it the screen technique. Okay? Again, there are many variations. We're just putting it in a way that even the ones who have no background in visualization, energy work, whatever, can follow and be just as effective. So the way we're going to do it, let's just point it out to you. You're going to visualize a white screen, like a project a movie to a screen. Then we're going to recall the mistakes we made based on the virtues. You put it there like a movie. And then you're going to imagine your dominant hand glowing with violet light. This violet light around your hand is going to be used to erase or disintegrate this negative event or this negative pattern. Just like an eraser. Erased. Okay? We'll do that a few times, and then we'll visualize what we should have done at that time. What should have been the right thing to say? What should have been the right thing to do? So we're going to do this a few times, as we go down to all the virtues. So as we do it over and over again, if you're sensitive, you actually feel yourself getting lighter and lighter. You're feeling lighter, and your mind gets clearer, emotionally calmer. That's because these things are removed. So here's a little inside tip for you. A lot of this old programming are contained in the chakras. It's in the chakras, it's in the energy channels, and it's in the energy bodies. So when you practice other spiritual practices, psychology, and so on, different techniques, they all work. Okay? But what we try to do in pranic healing is, based on clairvoyant observation, what the teacher notices, hey, these negative patterns are actually energy disturbances jammed into these chakras and this aura, in these auras. So when you do this affirmation and so on, they work, but they take a long time, because if you don't first extract this from the source where they are, what happens? These affirmations have to work very, very hard to overcome it. Well, what if you just pry it out and then stuff it what you want? Practical, it works. Anyway, enough talk, shall we? Oh, by the way, for some of you who are new, why do we use violet? You know, in the Catholic tradition, Roman Catholic tradition, there's this thing called confession, right? You know, you go into a confessional box, you tell the priest all your sins, all your problems, you feel bad, you emotionally release, vomit, and everything else. Well, not physically. And the priest does all this stuff and gives you a prayer, a bunch of prayers. Afterwards, you feel great. Well, how do you think he feels? Imagine parishioner after parishioner starts emotionally dumping on the guy. But you'll notice he always wears a purple stole around his neck. It's called a stole, like a scarf. Energetically, when he puts it on, his aura turns violet. So the color violet disintegrates negative thoughts and negative emotions. So the ones who took pranic psychotherapy, we have this energy called electric violet. So if you have a lot of spiritual pictures in front of you, a lot of times you see bluish violet glow, right? Actually, when you do intense meditation, brilliant white light with tinges of violet and blue come down your crown. That's close to what electric violet is. So the ones who are new, just imagine your hand wrapped in violet and brilliant light at the same time. We're going to use that as our eraser. Okay? So that's it. Now here's the good news. If you don't understand all the details of what I just said, you just do the proper technique, it works. It's just like a recipe. You might not know why you put this much salt, sugar, flour, blah, 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 whatever. If you follow the simple protocol, the recipe, you still come up with something. Yeah? Same thing here. So let's just do it step by step. All right. First, close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just form the intention that you are ready and willing to release any negative patterns, negative programming, negative thoughts, emotions, energies within your system that might be hindering you from being successful, prosperous, productive, and courageous for the coming year. Just have that intention, so that as we do this, you can easily release it and with full conviction, get rid of it. All right, you ready? So the first virtue is loving kindness and non-injury. Thoughts, words, and actions. So visualize your white screen in front of you. Recall. Close your eyes. Recall. In 2016 and earlier, whatever years, whatever comes to mind, have we been hurtful physically? Were you upset? You hurt someone physically. Did you do something physically that caused physical harm? Intentional or not, justified or not. Just think about it. Okay? This, by the way, also includes being hurtful to ourselves. Okay, did we eat something continuously that was bad for us? Did we hurt ourselves by not doing proper exercise? That's for ourselves. Were you upset with someone that you hit them? Or you did something hurtful to them intentionally? Just play it all as a movie in that white screen. Okay? Take a deep breath. Exhale. Say, I release. Now go like this. Just say, cut. Okay. Go like this with your hand, your dominant hand. Make it glow with violet light, electric violet light if you know how. Raise it like this. Now move it. Say disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. We'll help you out. Keep going. Just disintegrate like erasing it. Disintegrate completely, toward disintegrate. All right. Ready? Now imagine yourself doing what's right. Saying the right words, acting the right way, being kind and helpful to others, to yourself. Visualize yourself practicing kindness and love to yourself and to others. Say, so be it. All right, that's physically. Let's do verbally. Verbally, we touched on it a little bit, but now we'll focus more. Okay, close your eyes. In the earlier year, did we say anything hurtful to others? Because you were angry, you were upset, and you just blurted it out. Things that were so hurtful. This is saying the tongue is more poisonous than the sword. So when the words go out of our mouth and are hurtful, they do massive damage. So think about it. All those instances, visualize it on the screen. Good enough. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Completely release it out of your system. Raise your hand. Just say cut. Okay. Raise your dominant hand with violet light. Start erasing. We'll help you out. Disintegrate, disintegrate, completely disintegrate and erase all these negative energies and patterns. Completely, totally, permanently, by the power and will of God, and the blessings of my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahaguji, bailing all the high beings, so it is. Disintegrate completely. All right. Visualize yourself saying the right words. If you need to ask for forgiveness, and practicing kindness. Be nurturing, be loving with your words. It's enough to say sorry, but don't get stuck there. Yeah, I screwed up, made a mistake, that's that. Do what is right, visualize yourself doing what's right, saying the right words, so that when a similar situation comes up, we'll do the right thing. Come on. Visualize yourself doing it, make it 3-dimension, super bright, full color. You can hear, you can smell, you can see, all the senses involved. Relive that experience in a positive way. Say, so be it. Good. Next, the thoughts. This is a subtle one because nobody knows, right? But we know. So, again, there's negative self-talk. Like you say things, oh, I can't believe I did it. I'll never succeed. Whatever. All these stupid things we say to ourselves, correct? Nobody hears it. But if you're honest with yourself, you know it's there. So why don't we do that? So just in your mind, form an intention. Any negative thoughts, negative energies, negative self-talk or that we did to ourselves that are damaging and not loving to ourselves, put it on the screen. Go ahead. If you can't visualize anything, just imagine a grayish cloud that represents it. And then think of situations also after that where we look at someone and say, oh, he's ugly or whatever. You know, things that we actually say in our minds that's negative about other people. And then you go, oh, I can't believe I thought that way. Put it all on the screen. Come on. Good enough. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Release it completely. Just say cut. Like a knife. Cut. Okay. Raise your hand, your dominant hand with violet light, electric violet light. Start erasing. Om, disintegrate with the blessings of God will help my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahaguji, all the high beings with the power will of God. Disintegrate all these negative thoughts, negative energy patterns of everyone. With God, all is possible. So it is. Disintegrate. All right. That's all. It's that simple. Open your eyes. Ready? Okay, next. Imagine yourself when those situations come up you're using positive thoughts, because our thoughts send vibrations that help or hurt them, right? So think good thoughts towards all these people and to yourself. Go. Say, so be it. Done. Next. Generosity, non-stealing. Right? Again, if you forget, you go, how am I supposed to remember? You can replay this video. Get any of Master Short's bigger books. They're all in there. The 5 virtues. Okay? Here we're just actually doing it. Next. Visualize your screen. Generosity, non-stealing. It's something like this. A lot of people don't realize. You heard of the law of karma, right? What you give, you receive. They always think, oh, if I give 10%, it comes back to me 10 times. Guess what? The same soil will give you 10 times harvest or more, regardless of what seed you put in. You put good seeds, it comes back 10 times. You put bad seeds, it comes back 10 times. So if you steal $1, 1 rupee, 1 peso, 1 whatever, euro, so whatever you steal, you also have to give it back karmically 10 times. As Master Cho said, stealing is a bad investment. Okay? So just think about it. Again, nobody has to know. Sometimes we don't think about it. Say, well, nobody will notice. We'll just, right? Okay. So let's just make it simple. Visualize the white screen. Recall in the past, have we taken things that are not ours? Physically, emotionally, have we tried to steal the affection of someone by bad-mouthing someone, so that they won't like them, they'll like you instead? Did you take things that are not yours intellectually, right? Okay. Anyway, dump it all on the screen. Go. If you feel heavy, feel bad, whatever, take a deep breath, exhale, dump it on the white screen. Visualize it on the screen like a movie. Go ahead. Let it go. This will come out of your chakras and everything. After that, we'll do a cleaning too. Don't worry. Okay, good enough. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Cut. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Cut. All right. Raise your electric violet or violet hand. Come on. Let's disintegrate it. Go. Erase and disintegrate. With the blessings of God, by the power and will of God and all the higher beings, all these negative thoughts, negative energy patterns are hereby completely disintegrated. With God, all is possible. Disintegrate, erase, completely disintegrate on all your chakras and your aura. With God's blessing, so it disintegrate completely, totally, permanently. So it is. You good? All right. Visualize yourself. Not only are you not taking things that are not yours, be super generous. Visualize yourself giving money to charity, giving yourself the time to help others, volunteering your time to homeless shelters, visiting people who need help in homeless centers, right? Or what else? Some of you visit and give nourishment to people emotionally when they're in despair. Just imagine yourself being generous with your time, your efforts, your money, your resources, your expertise. Tithing, giving, sharing. Go. Visualize yourself giving and sharing time, money, resources, your expertise, whatever it is. Go. Visualize it. Be happy about it. Come on. When you're happy, both edges of your lips go up. Smile. Enjoy being generous. It opens your heart, opens your crown, opens your soul to God's unconditional love. As St. Francis says, it is in giving that we receive. So be it. All right. Good. Next virtue. Honesty and non-lying. So this honesty and non-lying, we'll talk a little about, but again, I would highly recommend you take the classes, read the book. But the gist of it is like this. I remember the way Master Cho explained this. Practice mature type of honesty. When you say mature type of honesty, Sometimes people don't understand dishonesty can also be immature. Immature in an innocent way, immature in, what's the word? A bad way. So immature way is something like this. The example, most of you have children know this. Somebody calls, you don't want to talk to that person, so you tell your son or your daughter, tell them mommy is not home. What do? Mommy said she's not home. You go, right? So obviously, that's being immature type of honesty. Now, if you take a little seriously, obviously, if you try to be honest, somebody comes to your door and asks, what is the combination of your safe because they want to rob you? You say, I got to practice honesty. You tell them, that's dumb. So honesty has to be mature. So the guiding rule is the way Master Cho explains something like this. If you put your hand this way, move your right hand, just say honesty. Move your left hand, say loving kindness. So the way Master Cho explained it is, if there's ever a real conflict, not a perceived conflict, a real conflict between being honest and being hurtful, loving kindness overrules or takes precedence. In other words, if you're going to say something, you're going to be honest. If it's going to be hurtful, it's not going to be useful, right? It'll cause damage and pain. Don't do it. So that's why some of you have experienced someone has been very honest with you, telling all these things about you, even embellishing it, not because they want to help you, it's because they want to hurt you. Right? They slice and dice you, not because they're so loving and want you to be knowledgeable of your weaknesses. They do it just as a tool to hurt you. That's not the honesty we're looking for. Now, that's one level. Another level is being honest to ourselves. The worst type of lying is lying to yourself. So when people lie to themselves, what happens? It sets up a big delusion. Delusions of grandeur, delusions of being a superhero, or whatever. You get the idea? So a lot of times when we lie to ourselves, we set up this persona or this facade, and we have a tendency to try to impose it on others. That's why you notice bullies and people who, are very, very, you think they're confident, they hurt people, not because they're confident, it's because they're full of themselves, full of negative thoughts, negative emotions, insecurities about themselves. So they have to lie to themselves so they don't feel so bad. So in the process, they have to break somebody down to make them feel good. So all of this, we're going to disintegrate. Again, this is just a small glimpse. If you have a chance, read the book, take the classes, especially Arhatic Yoga, because we go through that in detail. There's no point in having big orange chakras. It's full of crap. Stuff. You get the idea? All of us mess up. I remember this is the one that Master Cho was really pounding on my head with. He would come to the United States. I pick him up at the airport. Before you know it, he's scanning me. You have so much self-delusion and pride. I go, I don't have any. Yeah. Look, here. And then later I said, Master, it must be subconscious. He said, no. It's like this. If you practice your meditation and spiritual practice, once you gain awareness, what is subconscious becomes conscious. By practicing what you're doing now, and you do it over and over again, you are actually excavating all this old stuff, and you start to realize, yep, that was a total screw up. I can't believe I did that. But anyway, I learned the lesson. Let's move forward. That's the purpose. It's not to point the finger at someone, and make him feel bad. It's to have that realization. Because without this inner reflection, the way Master Cho explained it is, without inner reflection and firm resolution, there's no awareness. If you don't realize that you've hurt someone, that we've been lying to ourselves, if there's no realization of that through this inner reflection, there's no awareness that's gonna prevent us from doing it again. So as we practice this over and over again, you start becoming aware. I'm about to say something bad to myself. I'm about to say something bad towards others, and that awareness swells to the surface. You have to start realization, and then what happens? You stop yourself and you change yourself. Yes. So the way he explained it, let me quote. He said, "Without inner reflection and firm resolution, there's no awareness. Without awareness, there's no inner transformation." Clear? Now, how does that play into what we're doing now? With what you're doing now, as you keep bring it to the surface, disintegrate over and over again, it's the shortcut. Because not only are you working with that negative tendency, you're extracting the energetic component behind it. It's just like if you have a balloon, the air is what inflates and gives it the shape. You take the air out, the balloon collapses. So that negative energy pattern is fed by negative energy. You release the energy, gone. We take the normal approach of thinking, being aware, as well as what the energetic approach. Between the two is the fastest. All right? So, you ready? Close your eyes. You have that white screen in front of you. In the past, what are our weaknesses that we've been covering up and lying to ourselves about? They say, oh, we don't have that. Think about it. Come on, nobody's checking, looking over your shoulder. You're doing this because you want to get better. You want to have a better year and beyond. Good. Have we used words? Have we lied to others to manipulate them? As Master Cho said, half lies are worse than full lies. And because half lies, people have a tendency to believe half of it and thereby concluding the whole thing is true. Have you used half lies to manipulate people? Put it on the screen. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Release it. One more time. Take a deep breath. All this tendency to be dishonest to ourselves. Exhale it into the screen. Like a dark gray cloud. One more. Take a deep breath. From all your aura, your chakras. Exhale. Dump it on the screen. Open your eyes. Okay, let's see that electric violet glove. Will help you out too. Go. Disintegrate, erase it. By the power and will of God, may all these negative thoughts, negative energies be completely disintegrated. By the power and will of God, with the blessings of my teacher, Master may all the high beings completely disintegrate, completely disintegrated to all the from all the chakras, the aura, and the energy bodies. Disintegrate. Om, disintegrate. All right. Feel lighter? Some of you going, well, how long have we had it? It's like having psychic diarrhea. At least afterwards you feel like, Okay. Now imagine yourself practicing mature type of honesty. Sometimes if we need to say something, but you know it's going to be hurtful, you say, okay, don't say anything. Right? Okay, whatever. Practice self-honesty to oneself and to others. Go. Visualize it like a movie. Play out scenarios, scenes that help demonstrate this. See it as clearly as you can. Full color, sight, sound, smell, touch, everything. Okay, open your eyes. So be it. How are you feeling? Good? Some of you who are new, you haven't done this before. Some of you, and we have this response from some people say, yeah, it feels good, but I just feel like body's tired. That's normal. Because just imagine things are jammed in there in the aura and the chakras, and you're just flushing it out. Sometimes what would normally take months, maybe years or whatever, that's supposed to slowly go out with regular people, you just kind of go, like a strong hose. But hey, who wants to wait, right? So stay with me. Next one, constancy of aim and effort. There's the New Year resolution thing again. All right, let's just be direct. All the great ideas, all the great intentions are not worth anything if you cannot implement it and implement it continuously. You make a New Year's resolution. Yeah, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to exercise, do all this, and it's good for a week. What happens to the other 51 weeks of the year? Useless. That's why, if you look at a lot of people, some people, they're very loud. Oh, I'm going to do this or this. Afterwards you go, who are they? All talk, no constancy. And there's some people, they don't have the big explosion of, their voice and telling everyone what they're going to do. They're just quiet. but they continue. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever, they continue. And they're the ones who are successful. In the Chinese tradition, they say a water dripping, even though it's just a drop, it drip continuously in a matter of years, could drill a hole through a huge rock. That rock are the obstacles in one's life. They might be big, but you keep chipping away constantly in a very focused manner. That rock will disintegrate. So the way we're going to do this, we'll do it about our physical bodies, about our relationships, our mental development, and our spiritual practice. Constancy of aim and effort. There are people who are not very smart. They might not have a lot of opportunities. But when they focus, they zone in, they zoom in to the target, and never look anywhere else. And you notice they're the ones who become successful. Now, in your case, you have the other tools, and this one, you are unstoppable. The question is, how many of you are going to be constant about being constant? That is the difference. Even to reach spiritual heights, you cannot say, well, I'll meditate now and then. Doesn't work. You don't become a saint by accident. You don't just wake up one day and, ding, woo, I'm enlightened. Yeah, you wish. I wish. You go, yeah, but I know people who are more advanced than I am. They haven't done anything. Yes, they have in previous lifetime. That's why you have children that are born that big spiritual cords, right? Children have big aura and chakras. But you know what? Here's the interesting thing. Even when they start with that, it doesn't mean it stops. They sit on their butt and do nothing. In their case, it's just like, they have a big savings account. They have a big investment bank, so they can move forward even faster. They bank a lot of spiritual forces, energy, in their aura and their chakras to help them propel more, but they still have to make a choice to continue their practice. It's just I can never stop. Yep, you're right. So the way Charles Ledbetter explained it is something like this. The soul, or spiritual development, is just like water rolling down the side of a mountain. Some hit obstacles and slow down, and then they go around it. Some, they just keep flowing continuously. Some, even though they're obstacles, they just basically go over them quickly and keep going. Eventually, everybody hit the goal. Eventually, everybody will experience full oneness with God. It just depends on how fast you're going there. And the ones who get there are the ones who are taking the time, the effort, and the constancy in their practice. All right? So, enough lecture. We practice. Visualize the white screen. Let's start from the bottom, work our way up. All right. The one that you can experience the most, at least for most people, the physical body. Okay. Look at the past year and before. Think of the things we did or we haven't done that is good for our physical bodies. Right? Were you constant in eating right, getting enough rest, exercising properly, keeping the body healthy, because the soul uses the body to evolve? Okay, have we been lazy and sitting on our butt instead of getting up and doing something? Put it on the screen. Nobody has to know. Stop beating yourself up and feeling guilty when you can just put it up there and get rid of it. Good. Just put it there. No judgment, no whatever. Just put it there like a movie. Next, emotionally. Did we take the time to be loving, to be nurturing, to help our relationships? Or do we kind of, today I'll be nice, tomorrow I forget this person? Or have we tried to seriously and constantly be loving even when it's difficult, even when the person does not reciprocate? Have you been constant in your ability to love and care? If you haven't, put all those instances on the screen. You said there's so many. Dump it all there. If you're having difficulty, take a deep breath. Exhale. Just say, I let go. Good. mentally? Have we stopped learning? Have you kind of just been cruising, not been studying, not been learning something new, sharpening our minds? Have we been mentally lazy? Dump it all on the screen. Good. And last one, spiritually. We know in order to spiritually develop, we have to practice. Have you been doing your meditation? Or you been saying, nah, I'll watch TV, or I'll surf the web, I'll go to interesting sites. Yeah, right. Dump it all on the screen. Instead of doing your meditation, you go, well, last night, slept late, don't want to get up in the morning, I have to go to work, forget this meditation, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week, becomes next month, becomes a whole year. Dump all those tendencies on the screen. Have you been reading your spiritual books? Have you been doing service and healing in whatever way to help others to generate good karma, helping other people? That's part of your spiritual constancy of aim and effort. Anything that you are doing that's not that goal, throw it on the screen. You know you have a schedule to keep in your spiritual practice. At least the ones who've taken Arhatic Yoga and the other classes. Okay? Are you giving yourself excuses? I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, or whatever. The planets are not aligned, or some ridiculous excuse. Dump it all on the screen. Okay, good. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Just say, I'm letting go, letting go. Release it to the white screen. Again, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Raise your hand. Say, cut, cut, cut. Okay. Raise your electric violet hand or violet hand. Erase and disintegrate. Come on, go. We'll help you out. With the blessings of God, with the help of my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahagu Jermaine, by the power and will of God, thank you for your compassionate, purifying light. Help everyone watching this to be cleansed, purified of all these weaknesses. Lord God, with you, all is possible. We only have to allow it to happen. We are super receptive to these blessings. Lord God, thank you for purifying our thoughts, emotions, our bodies, purifying our souls of all these weaknesses. With the blessings of God, with the help of my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahagu Jermaine, thank you. All the high beings disintegrate all these negative qualities within us so we can be a better reflection of your love towards all in full faith. So it is. That's how I feel. Good? All right. Comes the fun part. Visualize yourself doing it. Exercising, eating right, getting enough rest. Take care of your physical body. Visualize yourself doing it. Come on. Next, emotionally. Imagine yourself constantly being loving, being gently, nurturing, caring for others. Improving your relationship. Stay on it. Visualize yourself doing it over. Even if it's not easy, you keep on keeping on. Go. Good. Mentally, you're studying, you're learning, sharpening your mind, analyzing, making yourself a smarter person. Understanding, sharpening your mental faculty. Pushing away useless information. Say, so be it. Good. Okay, then spiritually. Imagine yourself having a schedule and sticking with it. Doing your meditations. Doing your book study, spiritual books. Volunteering, doing healing, nurturing, counseling, whatever for you is spiritual work. Feeding hungry people, doing service to others. Your whole spiritual practice. See yourself doing it constantly, continuously, and joyfully. Say, so be it. With God's blessing, so be it. All right. Almost done. Last one. Moderation, non-excessiveness. Moderation is very, very wide. So it's something like this. You have all these 5 virtues, right? 5 virtues. We did 4. Loving kindness, non-injury. Generosity, non-stealing. Honesty, non-lying. Constancy of aim and effort, and non-laziness. Moderation is to balance them all. In other words, as we do all these different virtues, I'm going to go through it because of time. Those 4, right? You still have to balance when to be loving and when to use force, when to be more mental, when to be more loving. It's balancing all those 4. That's one meaning of moderation. Another one is moderation is from work. Some of you overwork. I'm not qualified to talk about that, but I'll just talk about the theory. In other words, you work, but take time for your family life, your other parts of your life. Otherwise, you become a super workaholic. Sorry, I'm not qualified to really enforce this, but anyway, you get the idea. But some people, they're non-moderate, as in they have lots of fun, right? Then they forget their spiritual practice, they forget their work. That's also excessiveness in one aspect. Another form of excessiveness and non-moderation is something like this. This is the one that message I always emphasize to the students who are on the spiritual path. Budgeting. Money is good. Your resources are good. Because a lot of you want to take a trip to holy places, right? You want to take spiritual classes, you want to buy books, tapes, CDs, or whatever that will be helpful to your development. You want to help people in need. You want to start an organization, a school, a center to help a lot of people. Guess what? It takes resources. It's not free. So one thing that message always told me is this: part of moderation is having a budget and working within your means. So if you're tight on your budget, some people, I'll be very direct. Some people are like this, well, the universe is abundant. They make all these affirmations and they spend and spend and spend at the same time. Guess what? Affirmations won't pay your bills. Affirmations alone, without proper practice and moderation, will make you go broke. So the way Master Cho explained is something like this. He said, and most of you studied this before, when you tighten the budget, know what is a need and what is a want. Take care of your needs. The wants can come little by little as your finances start to stabilize and improve. There's nothing wrong with being prosperous, the ones who are there. Just make sure, know how you use your money. And that's that. So moderation also involves what? Having a budget. Watching your physical resources, because your physical resources gives you the freedom, the independence to do what you really want. It's going to be hard to meditate, go to holy places, and all these other things if you're worrying about money. So as you take care, make sure that you're living within your means. It gives you the freedom to have that peace. Do your meditation. You don't want to be meditating and worrying at the same time. So moderation, non-excessiveness in all areas, but we just want to emphasize keeping that physical part of you, the finances and all that, balance. All right? So, visualize your white screen. Imagine yourself being excessive. The things that we've done. Things we don't need, we keep buying, we're spending, and you go, oh, I can't believe I did that. Impulse buying, whatever. Just dump it all on the screen. Oh, but it's on sale. One thing an uncle of mine taught before is, he said, even if it's on sale, if you don't need it, it's not a good deal. Let me repeat that. Even if it's on sale, it's not a discount or bargain. If you don't need it, it's still a bad deal. Dump it all on the screen. Overspending. Being excessive with work, excessive with fun, excessive with anything in your life, dump it all on the screen. Come on. This prevents us from being a slave to the earthly life. put it on the screen. Take a deep breath. Exhale, put it on the screen. One more, inhale. Exhale, dump it on the screen. One more. Say, Lord God, help me let go. Okay, open your eyes, follow me. Cut, and cut. All right, how's that feel? Okay, violet hand, lucky violet hand, erase it, disintegrate. With the blessings of God, by the power will of God, may all these negative tendencies and qualities within all of us be completely disintegrated, properly disposed of. With the blessings of God, with the help of my teacher, Master Chokoksi, Lord Mahaguji Mailing, and all the high beings, these are all completely disintegrated, dispersed, properly disintegrate. With the power will of God, disintegrate. So be it. Okay, open your eyes. Some of you go, I can't believe it. It's just like a workout. Yep, it's a chakra workout. Get rid of stuff. All right. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, visualize yourself being balanced, having self-control and self-mastery over your life. That's the end result of moderation and non-excessiveness. Whatever that image is for you, put it on the screen. Being balanced, having self-mastery, okay? Having control over your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Lord God, thank you. So be it. So be it, so be it, so be it. All right, open your eyes. How's that feel? So you can replay this video as many times as you like. Flush it out of your system. Now that we flush all these things out and put in what you want, let's take one more step. It's something like this. After we get rid of all these negative tendencies and negative qualities, if you look at the big picture, in the end, the only thing that is really left is your soul and your spirit and your connection to God. So all these things that we're doing is helping you with your everyday life, but it's also inching your way towards God. So let's remember that we're not the body, the emotions, the thoughts, we're the soul, a spiritual being that's connected to God. So we'll end this session with a meditation, but not just a meditation. It's to have a deeper meaning of oneness. Oneness in the sense that, whether you like it or not, energetically, spiritually, we're connected to all. So when you do meditation, Twin Hearts, the Great Invocation, different meditations, literally, as you give others, you're giving to yourself. As you help others, eventually comes back, right? You say, well, that's not my motivation. It doesn't matter. For every action, there's a reaction. You like it or not, that's the law. I didn't make it, right? So the idea is something like this. As we finish this meditation, this session, with a meditation to bless every person, every being, we're actually giving ourselves a booster rockets, to charge forward with courage, with determination, focus for the coming year. Because you've cleaned your aura, your chakras, infuse yourself with good energy. You do meditation, lots of spiritual energy, with proper focus, you're unstoppable. You move forward. Okay? The good karma from this meditation of blessing, giving money to charity and so on, is a rocket fuel. It's the propellant. The good karma is the propellant. The lessons learned are the propellants. All right? You ready? Okay, open your palms. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, we thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokoksi, Mahaguji Mailing, thank you for the blessings of love, light, guidance, help, healing, and protection. Thank you for using me as your instrument of divine love, mercy, compassion to all. In full faith, so be it. All right, raise your hand like this. We use the Great Invocation. Visualize the earth in front of you, the entire earth. We'll chant Om 3 times. Take a deep breath. Om. 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 From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person and every being. May the great avatar of love return to earth. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person and every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend throughout the entire earth. From the center which we call the human race and all the different races on the world, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. So be it. Feel the blessings flow through us as one. Fill the earth with light, with love, and divine will. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend throughout the entire earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth in the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the great messenger of God return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which all the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth now. From the center which we call the human race, the angelic race, and all the different races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. So be it. So be it. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person and every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the great avatar of love descend on earth. So be it. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being. The purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth now. So be it. From the center which we call the human race, the angelic race, and all the races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. So it is. Om. 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 Now put your hands down. Just be still. Let the divine blessings flow through you. As these divine blessings flow through us, it's also cleansing and purifying our auras and our chakras. Be super receptive and be still. let go. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts, you are the soul. You're a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. You're connected to your higher soul, you're connected to the divine spark within you. You're a child of God, you're one with God, you're one with all. There's only oneness. Let go. Om. Amen. Amen. Om. Be still and let go now. Slowly, gently, come back to your body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Slowly and gently, open your eyes. How do you feel? Good? All right. Happy New Year! All right. Anyway, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahaguru Jumailing, and all the high beings, to the Lord Jesus Christ, to Guru Padmasambhava, Buddha Kuan Yin, Buddha Sakyamuni, and all the great spiritual beings. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the wonderful blessings we received in the past year and the years before. We humbly ask you for your love, your mercy, your compassion. We humbly ask for empowerment, that we may be better instruments of divine light, divine love, divine power to serve God and serve humanity. We thank you in full faith. So be it. Om. Amen. Amin. Tatastu. And so it is. By the power and will of God, so it is. All right, open your eyes. Okay. I hope that was a good start launching for the coming year. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. A lot of you have given us feedback, and a lot of you did gratitude meditation for us for 31 days. I hope your heart chakra is as big as a planet, yeah? And your life is improved, and all the different meditations. 2017 promises to be a fantastic year. We always look forward to how God and the higher beings can use us to be instruments to make this a better world. Regardless of what you see in the world, what's happening, you know what? Your spiritual practice, your spiritual life continues. All right? When things are not doing well, if you have an obstacle in front of you, it is your spiritual practice will get you through. Now, I remember one time there was this, I think he's an author or a musical director, whatever. He said something very interesting. He said, whether what's in front of you is a stepping stone or a stumbling block, it's all dependent on how high you raise your foot. In other words, if something is in front of you, if you don't raise your foot high enough, boom, you stumble. But even if it's something in front, if you raise your foot high enough, you go, oh, it's too high, get on the ladder. That means you're setting your sights higher. It becomes a stepping stone to something even better. The law of karma, the law of evolution work together. Whether good things or bad things happen in our life, it's always a way to get closer to God. Okay? So, just a few announcements. As I said, we'll have a lot more events coming up this year. The ones who are taking the classes, I'll be, where am I? I'll be in New Jersey for our Hatha Yoga retreat. Of course, here in California, by the beach, we're going to have our Hatha Yoga retreat. It's, meditation by the sea, massive scrubbing of your chakras, super intense meditation. That's the part I have not learned moderation yet. So if you want spiritual barbecue, come on down. Anyway, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to be with Master Hector in Greece. So that's going to be November. I think in May I'll be there for our Hadik. And there's a lot more events. Of course, we'll have our Hadik and the other classes in different parts of the country. Just look at our website. But regardless, if you cannot be there, we'll be here for you. We'll have this video ministry, month after month. Okay, we'll have a lot of new projects. And all of this is to essentially continues to gently nudge you on your spiritual practice. Okay? But there's one thing we cannot do for you. We cannot make the choice and the decision to do it. But once you make that decision, we're one finger away. Press play. Okay? But please attend classes in your centers, in your area, in your country, because being a Lone Ranger spiritual practitioner is not easy. It's always good to have support. So you have spiritual centers, our Hatha Yoga, pranic healing centers in your area. The ones who have not taken our classes, I'm sure if you're part of a spiritual school, self-realization fellowship, or whatever different schools that you have, they all have support. All these spiritual organizations have one goal: get you closer to God. Okay? So other than that, I think we're done. Please leave your comments, your feedback, and a lot of you have been tithing and giving charitably to help this video ministry continue. A little bit too much energy, yeah. May God bless you richly. Okay, thank you very much. Now open your palms. Let's ask for blessing. With the blessings of God, with the help of my teacher, Master Chokhok Sui, Mahaguru Mailing, Guru Padma Sambhaval, Lord Jesus Christ, Buddha Kuan Yin, Buddha Sakyamuni, all the great spiritual elders, all the high beings, spiritual teachers, holy archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. In the name of my teacher, Master Chokhok Sui, Mahaguru Mailing, may all of you, may all of us be divinely blessed with peace, with love, with good health, with happiness and joy, with prosperity and abundance, and the wisdom to use our resources properly. But most of all, may all of us be blessed with realization that we're one with God and we're one with all. In the name of my teacher, Master Chokhok Sui, Mahaguru Mailing, Tatastu, so it is. May all you be blessed by them. May all of us be blessed by them. Now repeat after me. I, the soul, and all my vehicles are super receptive, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, etherically, physically, even financially. In every part of our life, we are super receptive to these blessings. We are grateful for these blessings. We fully assimilate these blessings, and we share these blessings with all. In full faith, so be it, so be it, so it is. All right. I think that's good for start of the year. So Atma means the soul. Namaste to all of you. Happy, healthy, prosperous, super fulfilling New Year and beyond. Namaste. Bye.